Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, Serving Nerve, where we talk about whatever we want, and today we're going to be going through more fat acceptance cringe compilations. I'm having a little bit of a binge on cringe at the moment, so I figured, hey, let's just keep going with it and see where it goes. So let's just get started. Since I'm already pissing off the trolls, says this person. All just weird fetish material. I don't really think you're pissing off the trolls. I think you're just making a fool of yourself, potentially, fetishizing yourself on camera, and also getting people off online. So, that sucks.
Instead of complaining
about fat arms.
about anything, learn to
be thankful for the dumpy.
For everything. Instead of complaining about anything, learn to be thankful for everything.
Wonder when we're gonna collectively get rid of our fat phobia on this app. I know it's never gonna happen, but even though you might not necessarily be fat phobic, sorry, I always look at myself in the mirror, I'm really pretty.
Bro, either that's a lack of confidence or an ego that I've never seen before. I'm gonna guess it's the former. I don't know, man. I just feel like it doesn't come off as very confident, or maybe it comes off as arrogant. I don't know which, but pick your poison.
Even though you might not necessarily be like outwardly fat phobic and body shaming other people, even if you do it publicly about yourself on the app, on any platform.
So this girl is saying this comment, and this is in reference to the last clip that we saw of the girl who wasn't really like fat or anything in the dress, talking about fat arms and rocking the dumpy. The issue is also how we're censoring the word fat as fat with an at, and that is true that she did that, but who cares? Tells me that you clearly associate fat to less than and ugly, fat phobia, gross. It's just semantics and a lack of wanting to get censored on TikTok. I don't think it's that deep. That girl was actually being body positive, so I don't understand. Like, she was actually, like, saying, you know, it doesn't matter if you have fat arms, except the dumpy. Like, who cares? Is it supposed to be offensive? Was that offensive? How is that fat phobic? I just don't understand.
To anybody, it is very fat phobic, and it's annoying. Because you've got fat arms, great. I got a whole fat body.
She's kind of just belittling her for having fat arms only, and she's like, hey, my body's more fat than yours, so deal with it. Like, it's just so rude. You know, it comes off as so insecure and butthurt because that girl was really pretty, rocking that dress, looking like a cutie pop, and this girl just comes off as really hyper defensive as a result. I think this girl's just jealous and trying to call the other girl fat phobic, when in reality, she's not doing anything wrong.
Doctors don't take me seriously, and people don't take me seriously. But I'm glad you gotta complain about your fat arms, and I'm glad you gotta get an ass. Like, no hate to you, obviously.
I mean, total hate. You totally are hating on her. What are you talking about, bro? Like, just be honest. If you were honest and say, I don't like this girl because she's complaining about her body, but also coming off as pretty body positive, and I'm being really negative because I'm probably intimidated by her, and I also am jealous because at the end of the day, she's complaining about her fat arms and looks great, while I'm fat all over and still complaining. That's just what I feel like is the case. I think this girl's just really insecure, she's somewhat jealous, and she's kind of just being a jerk for no reason. And maybe it's because somebody else is just coming off a little bit more positive than her, and also is maybe what she perceives as prettier than her.
Not anybody. It's just annoying how casual fat phobia is just like accepted. And how
I love how we're just saying it's casual fat phobia. I love how the last girl was saying, like, it doesn't matter if my arms are fat, except the fat arms. You know, like, she's accepting her fat arms, even though her arms look great. And this girl also doesn't even look bad. I love how this girl is criticizing this other girl when she's being positive and, like, rocking it. It's just so weird.
You guys to be like, oh yeah, my arms are so ugly, but I would never body shame anyone. You just did.
She literally, if anything, was just judging her own physical self and then saying, accept the dumpy. Like, you're the one who's making a judgment on her and on yourself. It's so ironic.
Anyways, bye. I'm pretty.
You know,
wow, like, how insecure. This person is so insecure. How crazy do you have to be and then also be like, I'm pretty, I'm pretty. Like, this person has to say it twice in their own video because they're that intimidated by the other girl who didn't need to say it at all to know that she was pretty. I don't even think this girl looks bad, but I'm just saying, I think that her, like, personality is not hot. And then you've got this girl Let's just go back and take a look at this girl one more time.
Instead of complaining about anything, learn to be thankful for everything.
And then there's this girl saying just that, and it creating an entire weird, crazy argument by the other girl. You know what? I think this girl's a peachy pie. She's coming off as positive. I don't even understand what the fuck she's complaining about. Like, what are you complaining about, my dude? I don't understand. She looks great. She's acting positive. She's accepting herself for her body. And then there's you, intimidated by her. It's just weird. It's really weird. That's all I can perceive is that she's intimidated.
And pretty.
So this is a comment that says, "Fat phobia isn't real. As a fellow gay woman and formerly obese woman, I'm telling you, we can change our weights. We can't change our sexualities." 100%. And also, formerly obese, good on you, man. Good on you. Good on you for losing weight and being confident with yourself. And also understanding the difference on the basis of what you can change and what you can't change. And also only changing what you need to change, because you really don't need to change your sexuality. Like, if you're gay, you're gay, and there's no shame in that. But, you know, there is a concern for your health with being obese. So, good on you for losing some weight.
I know you said we can't change our sexualities, but this comment made me want to stop being a lesbian. It made me want to stop being a Pisces, and it made me want to change my pronouns.
Bro, that's actually, like, so mean. Also, you can't choose to stop being a lesbian, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. You can choose to change your pronouns, I guess, but you can't stop being gay if you're already gay. I don't know, man. It's just stupid.
It did, so thank you for that. And I think the reason that you think fat phobia...
Okay, this person commented in the background of something else. It's in another video going back. "I'm 5'4" at 142 pounds right now, on my way to 120. I was 178 last August when I started my journey," and then they say something else, but it's kind of cut off.
Phobia doesn't exist, even though you claim to have been previously obese, is because you started your journey at 178 pounds.
5'4" at 178 might actually be categorically obese. So I'm just gonna move this over so we can take a peeky pop. This is just a BMI calculator. It's a very average BMI calculator. So this is just an average BMI calculator. 5'4", 178 pounds, she said. Calculate. That's obese. Categorically, that's obese. This person didn't look, in my opinion, horrible or anything like that, but categorically obese, 30.6. So they did start out when they were obese. If you don't like the categorization, get mad. I don't know, man. I personally had a BMI of 30 as well. At 5'2", I think I was like 170, so mine was actually higher. Let's just take a look-see pop at that. I think I would have had like 32. BMI of 32? 31.1. So that was my maximum BMI. Sorry that we're going on about body weight and stuff. Saying that I was weight training and I didn't look too bad, but I was definitely overweight for my height. So that's funny. But yeah, everybody starts out in a different position in life. Just because they're not as fat as you doesn't belittle their experience.
You never got even above 200. That's not obese. BMI
It is. It's categorically obese.
is not real. I don't care if BMI says that. That's not obese. You wouldn't have experienced fat phobia anyway.
I mean, I can understand what this person's saying, but they did start off obese, so why are we belittling their experience? But this person also in the background image is 142 pounds now, I think, in that image. So they would have been like 35 pounds higher than they are. So they would have actually been significantly larger in other pictures, and maybe they did look pretty big to some people. And maybe they did get fat shamed. You don't know that. Like, I just don't understand why you're making such an inherent judgment on this person. It's very weird.
I've experienced significantly more flack for being obese than for being a lesbian.
Then don't go on TikTok and talk about your problems with being obese and the oppression you face as an obese person. Most of the flack that you get is probably fake flack from online because you're choosing to do it. You're choosing to put yourself in those positions and into those situations. And if you don't like it, deal with it. And if you don't like how other people make the comment that you're being ridiculous, then don't go online. Like, what do you want? Like, I just don't understand what these people are all about. Like, it's just so weird. I feel like they're just picking issues and they're creating fights and problems for themselves when I guess they want attention or they feel they need to prove themselves in some capacity, but it's stupid and useless and it's not going to get them anywhere.
Significantly. And don't call me a fellow gay anything. You're not my fellow gay people.
I guess they can make that argument, but if they're both part of like the LGBT community, you guys are stuck together no matter what. Sorry about that. It's part of being in a community. But really, that's not the point the person is trying to make. The person is trying to make the point that, you know, you can't control your sexuality. I'm also gay. and, you know, you are obese, and I was formerly obese, and, you know, I'm trying to make the explanation that you can change your body weight, but you can't control your sexuality. And also, I don't think this person would be insinuating that they need to change that. So I think they're being completely reasonable with their statements. I don't think there's anything indecent with what they're saying. And the fact that you're trying to dick measure with your waistline by saying, I'm fatter than you, I'm more oppressed than you, it's just stupid.
Like you, the LGBTQ community is about inclusion and acceptance. You're not welcome.
You can't gatekeep somebody on the basis of your sexuality versus theirs. How discriminate and rude. You literally can't gatekeep it. You can't. You have no right. You have no right to gatekeep somebody from being in or out of your community. You are one singular entity as part of a mass machine. It doesn't matter. You are a mere cog. They're the one discriminating. You're discriminating against somebody for them not being big enough to be considered obese, even though they lost weight and they've been working on themselves and they're endeavoring to be better. And you're also gatekeeping and saying, oh, you're not positive enough for this community. And also, they're gay. They deserve to be part of the community as much as they want to be a part of that community. And personally, they probably deserve better than the community if you're a part of it. That is so rude to say, and so judgmental, and so gatekeeping. It's actually really disappointing. Like, I can't believe these are the kinds of people that dwell online. It's just so weird.
You're not invited to the party, so don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Shame on you, whoever you are, and also, health nut lesbian. Good on you for making strives for your own well-being, and I hope you do well in life. But whoever this TikToker is, whoever this chick on TikTok is, shame on you. Just flat out shame on you. Shame. Like, totally 100% just shame on you. You are a disappointment. Your perception is a complete disappointment to humanity.
Obviously obese is because you started your journey at 178 pounds. You never got even above 200. That's not obese. BMI is not real. I don't care if BMI says that. That's not obese. You wouldn't have experienced fat phobia anyway.
So anyways, my people, that is the video. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Personally, I believe if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So when it comes to sexualities, do your thing as long as it's with consenting adults. But when it comes to this person's definitely broke and I don't think can be fixed. So sorry about that, but this is the video. So tell me what you think in the comments below and what's your overall perception of the situation. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed and I'll see you next time. It has been lovely. Slater.